guys missed it. Vinny's in the house. He snuck in. Good to see you. So we're coming up tonight on the radio. They're still talking about cocaine in the White House. Cocaine in the White House. Like, ooh, you know what else is in the White House, guys? Dildos, vibrators, butt plugs, all the same shit that's in your house. It's just another house. You know, but they're talking about it, and the thing that made me laugh was they jumped right away to, like, whose is it? Like, whose is it? That was not my first thought. My first thought was, who's this pussy that turned that coke in? You know, who is this pussy do-gooder that turned that coke in? Imagine tonight, it probably won't happen, but imagine tonight if somebody found coke on the floor here. Are we going to stop the show and get the Fenris and lock the doors and, you know what I mean? Like, no, I never found coke, but I think this is how it works. Like, when people find it, they look around, they go like this, and they go, oh wow, man, I just found coke. That's it. That's the whole thing, you know, but I guess they made a big deal out of this one, you know? And can we all agree on something, too, that the news kept saying? It could be anyone. Now, I don't know who it is, and I'm not even going to speculate, but it can't be anyone. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be Putin at the end of the week. It was Putin. It was him, it was, you know, whatever. It really wasn't him, it was his lookalike. I don't know what's going on. But it can't be everyone, and they keep insisting on this, right? Like, let me give you an example. There's a busload of old ladies going to Atlantic City. They're all grandmoms. Your grandmom, your grandmom, your grandmom. I'm driving the bus. Cop comes up, you know, pulls us over for speeding. Comes up into the bus, sees coke. Do we have to interrogate these old ladies? Do we have to handcuff them or take them out of the bus? No. So it's not always, you know, everyone. But I guess they're working on it. When we got the DEA, the Secret Service, the FBI, the CIA, and probably NASA looking down, and they're trying to work on this thing, so we'll never know. And I don't understand it. I saw a show last week. The only evidence they had was 30-year-old DNA, just a little microscopic. I'll be honest with you guys, it was jizz. It was 30-year-old jizz. And but they matched it up. Like, the guy wasn't in the system. They matched it up to through 23andMe, and it matched his cousin. And the next scene is like, gotcha, Tommy. Come out with your hands up, you know. And but we'll see what happens. You know who should say it was theirs? I thought about this the other day. Charlemagne the God should tweet that it was his. Because remember when Biden was being interviewed by him, and he goes, Mr. Biden, should we check your mental faculties? He goes, should we check to see if you're on cocaine, Jack? You want to see if you're on coke, Jack? Charlemagne was like, what the fuck? Dude, you're running for president. But he should just tweet, Mr. President, it was my coke. Gotcha, you cracker-ass cracker. Just put this whole thing to sleep, and everybody will go away, you know? But Joe's running again. He's running again. I'd like to vote. I admit I've missed a lot of elections. You know, when you have a hangover, you can't always vote like you want to. But Joe is running again. And so right now we have a mumbling, stumbling, bumbling, fumbling, bicycle wrecking, can't complete a sentence president who's going to run again. Remember, you guys, even younger people, but remember when you were a kid, I mean, we could repeat what the president said. I'm not saying like last night he was on TV, but stuff from 20 years ago, 50, 100 years ago. Biden can't even read what's on the teleprompter right now, but with little kids, we could say what the president was supposed to say. You know? And I was wondering what it would be like if he tried. You know, like everybody knows, like 7 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent, you know, Abe Lincoln, and I'd imagine Joe would be like 7 years ago, and you know the thing. You know the thing. Or how about, we have nothing to fear but fear itself. We have nothing to fear but fear itself. Everybody probably knows that one. Biden would be like, we read the teleprompter, we have nothing to fear. Not a joke. Not a joke. I'm serious. Not a joke. Well, how about, I'll do one more. How about like JFK's famous, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. Biden would be like, ask not what your country could do for you, but ask somebody if I could smell that little girl's head. It's crazy times we live in, gang, and that's my time. Thanks, guys.